Worldly powers are deeply concerned with the inculcation of fear. Every system of domination, every political or cultural tyranny is predicated upon the fear of punishment, ostracization, torture, or death. Because the relatively weak can be cowed by the relatively strong, the latter stay in power and a sort of dysfunctional equilibrium is maintained. But the divine lordship is predicated not on the domination born of terror, but rather on the inclusivity born of love. Augustus's empire, as Augustine argued so persuasively in The City of God, was held together by violence and the threat of violence, and its order was therefore a pseudo-justice, the kind of order that holds sway in a band of thieves. What the angel proposes to the shepherds is another Kyrios, the Messiah Jesus, whose rule will constitute a true justice because it is conditioned not by fear but by love and forgiveness, and oriented not to maintenance of the tyrant's power but toward the production of joy for all the people. That this is not simply an idle dream or a vague abstraction becomes clear in the course of the Gospels as Jesus' kingdom is pitted in a desperate struggle against the established order, coming to a climax on the battle of the cross. In the contrast between Augustus and the child king in the 2nd chapter of Luke, the contest is quietly adumbrated.
The political dimension of the angel's message emerges with even greater clarity when Luke tells us, "Suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, 'Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace among those whom he favors.'" Again, we shouldn't be overly romantic or sentimental here. The customary reaction to an angel is terror, and now there is a host of these terrifying beings. Moreover, the word employed, stratias, host, has a definite military overtone. There emerges on Christmas night, Luke is telling us, an entire army of angels arrayed for battle. The contrast between Augustus, the Kyrios of the most impressive fighting force on the earth, and Jesus, the Kyrios of a heavenly host, couldn't be clearer or more telling. These soldiers, more powerful by far than Caesar's, don't brandish swords and utter battle cries. They sing the praise of God. What gives them harmonic cohesiveness is precisely their common devotion to the divine power that transcends them. What has led to violent divisions on earth, giving rise to the need for armies like Caesar's, is none other than a loss of this common praise of God among human beings. When God is no longer acknowledged as primary, when he is no longer glorified, the ego quickly emerges as the center of the soul's preoccupations. And this in turn leads inevitably to the war of all against all. And this is why the liturgical song of the angels is correlated to peace on earth. When our voices, as the Roman liturgy has it, blend with those of the celestial choir, when we assume the same properly ordered psychological and spiritual stance as they, order follows here, below. Once more, the conflict is on display. The emperor's ordo, maintained through fear and violence, versus the Christ ordo, maintained through the praise of God.